Welcome back, everyone, to the BD1P Binding of Isaac modded series. Today is going to be a random tainted character run for win number 1 and episode number 326. This is my 4th time trying to record this video. The game will not let me go past basement 2, so we're gonna pray it helps us and lets us go back this time. But regardless of that, your question for today is going to be, put your answer in the comments down below. When you're on a long trip, traveling by train, plane, long, bus ride or car ride, what do you do to entertain yourself? And how do you stay entertained on these super long rides? Seed, by the way, is going to be PN6H2QJA. Now, I want to talk about today a couple of movies that I watched while I was on my great move, by the way, my vacation. And I watched one classic movie, one highly regarded sci-fi movie, and one decently well-regarded, action apocalyptic type film. And out of all of these movies, I only, somewhat enjoyed one of them. And it might piss a couple people off. I've told, this community that I'm a kind of big into, the thriller horror genre. And the classic film that I did end up watching was a thriller horror movie, one of the first, actually. And I really thought it was extremely boring. Now, I'm gonna go in chronological order here. I watched the thriller movie last, so we're gonna cover that one last. But ahead of that, the first one that I watched was a movie called Snowpiercer. And I thought it was okay at best. I think the ideas presented were not, super original. The allegories it was trying to, mirror in real life were not subtle. They were very kind of in your face, and it made you kind of feel dumb. Like, you're like, I get it, it's an allegory for discrimination against whether it be race or class or whatever it is, but it's so, I guess, apparent that there's no nuance there. You aren't thinking, I guess this is a metaphor. It just is the metaphor. Oh, hold on. It just is the metaphor. And that's kind of lazy, in my opinion. You have to have some kind of nuance there to make it function. At least in my understanding of how I think that movies should be. But the plot of Snowpiercer, for the uninitiated here, is that the world has frozen over. And the only surviving civilization are these people. This will not work. Don't be a fool. You look for a crawl space while doing this. The only surviving civilization is on a train that goes around the world, and it has a self-sufficient engine, and it has food and water and all that kind of stuff. The problem is the back half of the train, called the tail end, is not treated very well. They are treated as lower class citizens for just being in the back of the train, the last kind of group to get onto it. I'm going to take a stab and say you're right here. And these guys kind of get fed up with being the butt of the joke and what the hell is this for? Oh my god, dude. And being the butt of the joke and, not really being treated as equals. So they plan a revolution. Well, that's exactly what I wanted to see, actually. They plan a revolution and they start going after the guards, trying to make their way to the front of the train to take control and make life for themselves easier. It's a very simple premise that I think is done well enough in the movie. The lead actor, by the way, is Chris Evans. Oh, I forgot you were gonna drop, huh? Huh. I don't think I want you. Maybe I do want you. It would be kind of funny. It would be really funny. Careful. There we go. Nice, looking for hearts in here, and we get... Oh, that's hearts right there. That is technically hearts for us. Look at that. But they keep rubbing it in your face that these guys are treated poorly and that they're the butt of the joke. And it's we get it. We get the motive. Get on with the movie. And when the movie, finally does start up here, there really is only one part that sticks in my mind, and it's a part of the movie where they want you to feel like the main character is super creative. I'm going to give a spoiler here. Super creative and intelligent when they're really just kind of like an average dude, they're not really doing anything spectacular. Huh. interesting. They're just doing what, you know, anybody in that situation would probably have thought to do. I'll go one deeper. Okay, it did not pan out. I'll go one deeper. Okay, you know what? I'm actually quite happy with that result right there. We could buy 2 ladders, or we could just buy this, and we could choose then to simply grab this pill, full health. It's not, but it's still pretty cool. And then we will move on down here. A pretty long first... I've had longer first floors for sure. When you get a sacrifice, we got to play that shit out. It could be a first floor godhead for you. You never freaking know, dude. You never freaking know. But it's a scene where they get about halfway through the train. And there's these groups of, like, enforcers that the main guy has. He's trying to sick them on our tail end boys. And in order to get the combative advantage, what these barbarians do is they turn off all the lights and make it super dark inside. Then they pull out a bunch of night vision goggles so that, like, you know, the tail end guys can't see. And they're beating them because obviously, if you're fighting somebody and you can't see them, you're going to probably lose that fight. I'm going to put that out there. You might possibly lose that fight. You never know. You could pull some crazy, you know, like kung fu out with like Daredevil type shit. But generally, you lose that fight. In order to combat this, though, they get a match and light a torch, and it's like framed as this moment of the main character was super creative and super like what would the word be for this? Just super like charismatic and a very insightful guy to realize, hey, in the darkness we need to find some light somehow. What about a torch? And there's a whole like 3-minute sequence of a kid running a torch down from the back end of the train to the middle of the train to hand Chris Evans this torch. And it begs the question, if they're that far into the train, how did the kid know they, number 1, needed to get a torch, number 2, how far down they were, and number 3, how did he make it past all the guards that were still probably beating up the other tail enders on the way down there? This kid's like 5 years old. I know it's a fiction movie, but part of it just feels way too fictitious. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I get the idea and the motivation behind it, but I really can't say that I was too moved by it at that point. And of course, they get the torch, and then the whole place lights up, and they're able to fight these guys on equal ground. And yes, they do win this big fight. But in the fight, there's a pretty big casualty. Somebody who's like made out to be the surrogate son of Chris Evans' character dies in the fight because Chris Evans took priority of gathering. What is happening? Oh, silk spiders, right. Chris Evans took the priority of capturing one of the generals of the train over saving that kid's life. And it's supposed to be a subversion of your expectations. Like, this isn't your average action movie. We let people die in this one. But it ends up coming across as, like, not what the character would have or should have done, because at every other turn in this movie, you see Chris Evans' character, like, protecting people and prioritizing lives over his mission. There are cases where he doesn't do that, but it's so muddled. Like, there really is no rhyme or reason to what he's trying to do, and it makes the character feel less human. Like, he's just written to be confusing, and I guess humans in essence are confusing, but we all have a moral compass to some degree. We all know what's right and wrong in our own minds, and it felt like Chris Evans' character didn't really know what was right or wrong in these situations, and was very sporadic about his choices. And on top of that, making the character feel not great, and, you know, everything else is going on in the movie, it kind of made for just like, it's definitely a film where you go on your phone for it. You're not really watching the movie. You're like listening to it and understanding the plot points, but you're not really immersing yourself in the world or doing what movies should be setting out to do, which is like create a place that you want to imagine and think about. You gotta go, brother. You gotta go. Give me this. This is very, very good. We're gonna move on down and immediately pop our foiled stars card after, of course, we go have a farm party with these pills over here. Like, great, and fantastic. All incredible pills. Great boss item for us there. And we'll keep on going down. Pop the stars card to get to your item room and have an extra item in there. Ooh, golden teleporter. This is not a character where you want to be doing like full clears, I feel like. So I'm not gonna take that. We're gonna go ham. Yes, that's huge. We're gonna go a little bit deeper on this, and that's what I wanted to see, was a fun little run-defining item right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The ending of Snowpiercer as well was not really where I thought it was going, and I didn't like where it ended up going. So Chris Evans makes it all the way to the front of the train and finds the guy I was looking for, the big bad. And the big bad's, you know, made out to be this kind of guy who's like, his name's Wilford. He's super nice, he's super generous, and he's doing all this to save humanity and stuff like that, right? And Chris Evans' character almost like turns evil for a minute because he realizes, oh my gosh, you know, like this whole train evil, it's actually marvelous and beautiful, which once again goes against his entire mission. You don't go through a whole train, kill everybody, and then hear your bad guy out. You stick to your principles, right? And by the end of the movie, he does turn back to good, like, oh, you know, you are actually a pretty bad guy. You know what he does instead? After spending his life protecting these individuals and being their kind of like messiah figure, he blows the fucking train up because a random guy he barely knows, who actually helped build the train they're on right now, told him the snow is starting to melt, we can live outside soon. So his response to that is to blow up half the train so that everybody goes outside and can live outside, you know, fucking happily, oh, come on, Spawn, dude, happily ever after, right? It doesn't make much sense. There was never any clear character motive there, and it once again made everything just feel like it didn't have any rhyme or reason to it, and as a result of that, I lost interest in the movie I would say, like, maybe at the last, like, at the final act, I was already zoned out of it. That's how much I was kind of, like, not really having it, but I don't know. The premise is cool. The acting isn't terrible. It's not great. There's a couple standout characters, but, like, the lead actor is not that great. Chris Evans he plays one type of character, and he plays it okay. He played Captain America pretty well, but this Snowpiercer guy wasn't really his best. And he didn't feel like he was into the movie. And if the dang actor does not want to, like, you know, do the freaking movie, yes. Ooh, we get this a lot now, but I'm not going to be mad to see it. Why should I care about the movie? Like, if the actors don't feel like they're in the role, so that doesn't give you Candy Heart interesting, why should I give a shit, you know? And it was just kind of like one of those 5 out of 10, not bad, not good, it's whatever kind of movies. And would I watch it again? No. Should you watch it? You know, if you're bored on a Sunday night, there's nothing wrong with turning on Snowpiercer and getting your thoughts in on it, but I personally would probably never watch it again. But that's just me. With all my movie reviews and music stuff, watch it or hear it yourself before you start coming to any conclusions there. I am by no means a professional critic. I say the most bare bones shit possible, and that's my critique. I give it a 5 out of 10 because I don't remember anything from the movie besides that one fight scene and the very end. And that was, like, literally it. We're going to do some Candy Heart farming here. When do I want to use this item? That's a good question. It is like a death save, essentially, for us. But when do I want to enact my death save? Also a pretty good question. I just right now want to get to our shop so I can buy a broken modem. Of course, buy this. That's a forget-me-now card, so we're going to save that. And then we're going to move on down to our next floor. I'll probably use it going into the dark room, or wherever I want to go on this run. We could always go to Beast, I guess. We'll figure it out as the time comes, but Snowpiercer to me is a 5 out of 10. Cool premise, execution left a little bit to be desired. Hello, beautiful. But directly after I finished watching Snowpiercer, Also, like a little mini movie marathon. I watched another movie after that. This one being much, much better. This movie was called Arrival. It was the 2016 version of a movie where a bunch of alien ships land on the planet Earth, and it is up to a linguistics expert and a physicist to figure out how they got here and what they're doing here. And it's full of a lot of really amazing moments. I really do feel for the characters. They feel like they're human characters and they have human desires and wants, which, believe it or not, I feel like it's kind of hard to do that in an alien-themed movie. It is really, really hard. Dude, sure, fuck it. That's fine, I guess. It is really, really hard, I feel like, to... I was not here, interesting. Make human characters in an alien movie still feel human. Because there has to be like a level of fear there and like uncanniness to where you're seeing a different life form that is, again, alien to our world, and you have to react to that accordingly. And I really enjoy that idea. And I think Arrival 2016 hit that on the head super, super well with making the characters feel genuine. It really did also do a great, like, I want to say unique take on aliens. While it wasn't like appearance-wise, it wasn't the most crazy. It was like a Cthulhu-esque kind of demon, so it wasn't the most original thing. But the way they dealt with the communication of the aliens and their reason for coming to Earth might be one of the most unique I've seen out of a lot of sci-fi movies ever. Yes, buy this for sure. So I'm gonna give some spoilers, obviously, for Arrival. If you don't want to hear those, skip ahead like 10 minutes. But it boils down to they go inside these alien ships and start talking with these aliens. Like, what are you doing here? What do you want with Earth? And like, how can we help you? And the linguistics expert realizes the aliens aren't talking. They're creating these symbols in the air out of like some kind of ink-like substance. And I have cat hair, it's itching me so bad, I apologize. And these are how they speak. So she has to kind of, out of nothing, decode what these symbols mean. And as it progresses, she realizes that these guys are here because they want to help Earth. But a lot of other countries that have been, doing these interviews with the aliens realize that they think that they're here to hurt Earth. They're here for like a weapon to turn us all against each other or whatever the hell they're thinking. But this one, our main character linguistics expert, she realizes that they're here to help us and they want to help us. This is awful. Terrible item. And she starts realizing that the language that they're speaking, after dreaming, having a really vivid dream, she can fully understand their language now. And she's confused, like, what the heck? How can I understand the alien language? I mean, I only just learned it. How does that only count for 0 deaths? What the heck? And then, as it goes on, she realizes, holy shit, these aliens, like, they perceive time differently. It's like a Dr. Manhattan thing, where they experience time in, like, a simultaneous fashion, whereas, like, we humans see it linearly. And throughout the movie, you get these glimpses of this linguistics past life. She had a kid, she had a husband, but her kid died, and her husband also is out of the picture for whatever reason. And then you realize these flashbacks, they aren't flashbacks. They're flash forwards created by the aliens for her. I didn't mean to do that. For her to realize her true potential. And after learning how to speak this language, she also learned to view time in a linear fashion, giving her access to essentially what is future knowledge. And it sounds super gimmicky, like, oh, it's trying to be super epic and cerebral, but it doesn't overplay or underplay itself. It actually uses that mechanic quite well, and you find out the dad of her daughter, her future daughter, is the physicist she's been working with these past couple months trying to listen to the aliens and stuff. And they're here because she has a gift to understand the language. Oh my god. And they're gonna need her help. And I gotta say, man, does this work stacked? There's no way.
The world
Okay, we have a Forget Me Now and a super secret room teleport, which didn't work. I think it doesn't work if I have tarot deck with those. We get deep pockets, which are going to give us a lot of extra money, hopefully. If we buy that, we're going to be getting more hearts back in term taking damage. So we'll come back for that in a quick second. Get some more HP in your system, though. First, we have a tainted item room over here. I'm guessing is going to be money equals power or technology. I guess we'll see, though, right? But it was a really, really cool way to do the idea of aliens and, like, different languages. And it also, like, one of the best things about movies in general is when you can tell that a movie did its research. It's not just like learn the alien's language. It walks you through how linguistics learn every language, about avoiding pitfalls. Oh, we definitely want this. We're not getting any use out of Horror Babylon right now. This will be so much better. And that's nice too. However, I much more want the mirror for more reflected stuff. That's really good. Run's all coming together. Run is all coming together. I really, really like this run so far. It's got some cool stuff going for it. What else do we have? The red room, we know where that is at least. We can take advantage of that if we find a red key in the future here. Go for both your secret rooms. Beautiful. I guess you can take that. You've already seen all your keys. You can bomb these open. This is going to be the big planning floor. I don't know where I want to go on this run. I do kind of want to go to Beast. We haven't gone to Beast in a while. If we had a way to open up the Mother door, I would go to Mother on today's run. However, I really hate going for knife pieces, and I feel like everybody kind of forgot that Mother's even in the game. Like, nobody goes to Mother anymore on their streak. But if I ever get the knife piece or whatever, I'll go down to Mother, hopefully soon-ish. We can go back here, I guess, and buy double hearts for this. Lovely. And now we have increased tiers. That's really good. Okay, keep on moving on here. But I would give Arrival 2016 like a 7. You know, it had some pitfalls of it, like, really kind of, I don't know, it didn't really have any pitfalls, but it was nothing that really made me think super hard once the film was over, because with what they say in the movie about, like, time and it not being linear to these creatures, weirdly enough, I feel like the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie made me think about that more with Manhattan than I did with these aliens. But also, like, the whole point of Watchmen was about Manhattan. So, like, I guess that makes a decent amount of sense, right? Do this. Ooh, this is not our mom fight, is it? No, sir. Hopefully we get a free Devil Deal coming up here. This is a great run. I honestly have found no complaints here so far. We do a good amount of damage. We have a lot of ways to gain damage. Broken Modem's great. Kill it? Okay, great. Devil Deal? Ah, no deal. Was there anything else I wanted? I want to keep the full card over the credit card, obviously. You can walk into here, I guess. Nothing you want in there. Anything else in our shop we can take advantage of? I guess your credit card for this, and you can take that. Get some, oh no. We have abused the hell out of our machine. I feel so bad recently. Any hearts you want to keep on the ground and take some damage for? I don't think so. I think, brother, it's time just to move on. I'm not popping that card. I don't want to lose my crazy fun build right now. Why don't we go Mausoleum? We don't go down here too often, do we? But 7 out of 10. Decent to good movie. Good to great movie. Acting was superb, I would say. The lead was really good. Jeremy Renner was obviously, you know, he's okay. I don't think he's ever like an amazing actor, but he's still pretty good. And, oh, that sucks. I would watch it again. It's one that I recommend to all of you if you want to watch a cool little sci-fi quick movie. Go watch The Arrival. It'll make you think a little bit, but it's not going to make you think too hard. And overall, I would call it a must-watch at least once in your life. But that leads us to our next and final movie of the review day, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing, which is a movie I did not like. In fact, I would go as far as to say the movie is a little bit boring. And I think it is a result of me already have been exposed to a lot of Thing-like movies in the past. A lot of these horror thrillers take a lot of inspiration from John Carpenter's directing in The Thing. But I don't know. I did not find much to, like, grasp onto in that movie. To me, it was a lot of nothing happening and just a lot of dudes being scared, you know? That was dumb damage, right? That was on me, but it was still dumb on my part. So the plot is that this alien spaceship lands on Earth, and these researchers find... Oh, hey, that's not bad at all, actually. These researchers find the alien ship and let loose a shape-shifting alien which is out for blood, pretty much. That's like the entire premise of the movie so far, right? And while running away from this thing, how do we do this? Is this a bunch of bombs and keys? Well, 2 keys, 4 bombs. I can deal with this. I want to get both these chests opened up. I've never seen buttons turn these on before. It's a very, very cool feature. Okay. Oh, 2 parts guppy already? This was hella worth it. Open that first. You get hemoptysis. I don't know how to say this word. It's ridiculously hard for no reason. It's good, though. Not amazing, but we can deal with it. And this Swedish team that finds the ship, what's the word? Originally, they find this ship. They're chasing down the alien, who is hiding as a dog, and the dog runs to an American research station, and they're also in Antarctica, by the way. Should have probably mentioned that earlier on. And upon meeting the Americans, they can't speak Swedish, and the Swedish guy tries to shoot the dog, misses the dog, and hits one of the American researchers, which obviously has the American guys retaliate and shoot and kill the Swedish guy. So they have no idea what this doggy is. And a bunch of weird stuff is happening around their facility. Gulp, what makes you small, laxative, health down. Do not pop that pill anymore. It gave us some good stuff, though. So they have no way to figure out what this dog is. They kind of think it's a dog and they keep it. And then people just start dying. And that's like it. I don't know. I don't get it. What's good about this movie? Like, sure, killer aliens are scary, but I don't know. It felt like it was the bare bones what it could have been. Think, for example, like, you have a shape-shifting alien. There is so much to do with that premise. And the only thing the movie does is it's trying to kill. The alien could be anything else. It could be a fucking dude. It could have been a Neanderthal who was frozen in the ice all day. Bro, did I have like a teleporter room over here somewhere? Down here? No, that's a sacrifice room. I thought it was right here. I guess we have Curse of the Mage, which makes it... There it is. There it is. And it was probably not amazingly worth it, but it could have been like a Neanderthal frozen in the ice that got out and wanted blood. That could have been the entire premise, and it would have been the same fucking movie. A shape-shifting Neanderthal, sorry. There was nothing that they needed it to be an alien, which I guess isn't like the point of the movie, but there was no, like, it wasn't scary. There were no insane, like, I guess there were some pretty cool, like, effects, but I guess it was spoiled with the current CGI being so good that even like a cheesy standard, the effects did not look like that incredible. Okay, we're on Mausoleum 1. You take Black Rune into your boss fight. Oh no, not you. No, don't take my friend. Oh my god. Get out of here, you piece of shit. I'm taking doggy food. Do we have anything you want to use this freaking Black Rune on? Actually, not a bad idea at all to do this. Pick this back up. And Black Rune for speed and 2 luck. Could have been a lot better there. I'll go to our curse. We're going to move on down here. I'm starting to lose my voice once again, it sounds like. I don't want to be in that position on the middle of a run. So, open this up. Hearts back, hopefully, here. Lovely. I don't know. Can I get out of here, please? Thank you. I guess I grabbed that on accident, too. I feel stompy. To walk over stuff, at least, now, right? Laxative, and I feel strong. We'll pop that, I guess, sure. I don't want to go too deep here. That was super worth it. Holy. Just take this pill. Walk out.
Like I'm walking on sunshine.
Where is your card? Is this your card? It is your card. Now dude, we're actually making some pretty decent progress here. What I'm probably gonna do is go to the chest with the foiled Fool card. Do our chest floor twice so that we can get 8 items, then Genesis to roll whatever items there are bad. We could also drop the Fool card down on the chest and still get it back. We have a lot of avenues here pretty much. And I want to make sure we choose the best one. I don't need that right now. And Curse of the Unknown is really not helping me here because our HP is not exceptional. That was almost even really, really bad for us. But to go further on the thing, nothing really like roped me in. And it's one of those cases of like, the characters in the movie are secondary to, we need that right now, are secondary to the main fear factor, so it's really hard to learn like any of the characters' names. They all look very similar. They're all wearing the same outfit, and you don't get enough time one-on-one with them. I could not tell you a single character's name in that entire film besides the Thing being called the Thing. Like, characters are just as important to horror movies as the horror is. Because if you don't care for the character, then what's there to be scared of? If you don't relate to our character, then what could you possibly... How could you feel fear? You have to relate to somebody to empathize with their struggle and kind of... Red boobs, they shouldn't hurt me, what the heck? I have menstruation. That's alright, who really cares? Open up chest, do whatever the hell you want. This run's gonna win anyways. We're going to a free victory. Like, if I can't feel empathetic, then I can't feel scared. Because part of being scared is like thinking, how will this character, who I know a decent amount about personality-wise, react? I'm not gonna feel scared if... Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Okay. We're in an interesting spot where we could double Diplopia. Oh, it doesn't double Diplopia. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna make a play here. I have a feeling that we might be able to get like Fool cards or teleport cards inside of our Genesis, and once we get a good enough build, then we can stop. That's my idea right here. So what I'm gonna do is look for a way to get a teleport card if our build is not that good. That's really good. I do... it could have been a teleport card right there. On Depths 2, that gives you 20 coins. Okay. Don't really care about that. Now, this is pretty good. Turtle Baby, sure. We'll take the passive here. That's a lot of damage. Divine Cloth, we're going to go for Spectral here. What is this? Boost Runes, I'll take that. It could be helpful. Guppy's Eye is really good. What are we thinking here, huh? Let's go for the keys. Can't go wrong with keys. Broken Modem, obviously, great item. More tier rate, why not? Mr. Dolly, sure, dude. Even more tier rate for us, nice. What is this? Dad's Newspaper, sure. That's the Forgotten's Bone Club thing. Yeah, look at that. Free? I don't know, man. We're not seeing any teleport cards just yet. May have been a blunder. May have been a mistake. Could be a telepills, or I could just take this for the future. Ooh, either way, we're building a decent run here. I gotta say. I'm not disliking this. Holy water. Yeah, we'll take holy water. Devil trap doors. Okay. I'll pop this down. We'll take that, and we're going to take Savage Chains and Crackling Slag. This should be one of our last items right here. That was our last item. I mean, dude, the run. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. We do this. It's not really boosting our stats. But that's still pretty decent, man. I know I'm kind of underreacting right now, but I played a lot of Isaac in the last couple hours. Forgive me. Big damage up there. Plus 13. Yeah, by multi-baby. Who cares? And now you just go... Oh, we have no Polaroid or negative now. I get too in my own head about that kind of stuff. I'll just give it to myself. Who gives a shit, right? We're not gonna die to mom anyways on a run. Like, look at this damage. 32 damage. You see in this, like... If we found a way to die on this run with this build, I would give everybody who comments in this video $300. At the current moment, everybody gets $300. We have no risk here. But again, like, there wasn't enough for me to like in the thing, and at the end of the day, it just felt like it was almost a parody movie. Because none of the characters, upon, like, seeing this creature, or this... Oh, you're alive still, huh? This creature, or this, like, insanely powerful demon-ass alien thing, like, in Arrival, when they first meet the aliens, you see soldiers being taken out on gurneys for having, like, psychological damage. Like, this is what would happen if aliens came down to us. We would be out of our depth. In this movie, they find an alien, and even a fucking spaceship, too. And the most reaction we get to, even when their friends die, the most we get is like a, I don't know, like, it doesn't feel real to me. Again, if the actors in the movie don't respect their characters' reactions to situations, how am I going to take that movie or that character himself seriously? The answer is, I won't be able to. I want to get one more enemy killed here. Keep going. Oh, it went away either. That's sad. I don't know. I didn't find myself encapsulated by that. And I feel like if maybe there would have been a bit more of like a... I would have gotten to know the characters better, and I would have felt more empathy for them. Maybe I could have came out of that movie differently. Now the thing is working. Now it's working. I get out of here now? Thank you very much. But again, it's to each their own. Like, maybe this is not a movie meant for me. I know it's a beloved classic horror. But I guess, end of the day, again, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. It's not my choice if you enjoy or hate a movie. But I would recommend you watch it and just see if, like, my criticisms seem fair. I might be entirely wrong. Like, maybe cause I stopped watching the movie at about, like, the ending 10 minutes. I was that bored where I couldn't even finish the fucking movie. And that's very rare for me. It's very, very rare for me. I think maybe it's just I'm not, like, big enough into the horror genre to really appreciate how much, like, it started for the genre itself, but I don't know. Not one that I would really want to go back to super, super often. We're going to go to the chest pad. It went negative last time. Cut me some slack. I'm also going to do this. G Polaroid. Make sure I have that on my person. We get one last devil trapdoor. Yeah, I'll do it. Wow. I mean, I gotta have to. Like, you've convinced me. I'll take one of the worst items in the entire game. Why not? And here we go. All right, boss fight. Go in there fast. Get your freaking swinging club out there. This run has gotten so insane. Like, we started off with our last build being, you know, decently powered up, but nothing compares to Hemolacria, Crackling Slag, 8-inch nails. This is a little bit absurd, if you will. I'm having a great time on today's run, but what are our final 4, or I guess maybe even 6 items down there? Getting hit rolled everything. No Monstros Lung from you. We do get another freaking Forget Me now. It always happens to me. It always happens to me, it feels like. All right, well. Run it back. Oh boy, Curse of the Blind. Purple's good. That's really good, actually. Life's a gamble. You're telling me, brother. Iron Bar. Damage is very, very nice. You give me Torn Wings, Fallen from Glory. I want to get one more key for our last item in there, but Oh, this is a little bit laggy. This is a little bit laggy, isn't it? I guess the parasite wasn't like the best item to grab for ourselves, was it? Look at that explosion of tears right there. I call this synergy the bitrate killer. Watch and learn, boys. Watch and learn. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay, well. Hope your monitors can handle this insane amount of tomfoolery going on here, because my computer sure can't. I'm looking at 45 frames per second right now. I'm gonna shoot and watch it tank. Oh, we had 36 for a second there. Actually, not too bad. I'll roll my HP. Yo, look at that. I got a key now, by the way. Now it's at 20 frames for a second there. See, this is the problem. I want to commission somebody to take every mod that I use and find every little compatibility issue they can, why my game crashes so often, put it into one big mod, and have that be that. Because that would be like Christmas. I'm at 20 frames. I would have no more frame drops. I would have like no more, compatibility issues. The only issue with that mod would be if another one of those mods updates, I wouldn't have the new stuff in that folder, but honestly, a small price to pay for lag being taken out of my game. I'll tell you that much. I don't hate the lag, but it has become super apparent to now whenever the game does lag, it doesn't take a toll, but like, it makes me kind of like roll my head back, like, oh my, I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes because the game won't, stop lagging. A lot of these runs, like right now, recording timer, 42 minutes, game timer, 33 minutes. Not running at 60 frames per second has made the game time and out of game time drastically different here. Luckily for us, we're making some good pathing choices right now. Take down Blue Baby with oh, how's this going to work? Sprinkler? Very little issue. Yeah, I mean, I'm running at 25 frames, 19 frames, 13 frames, 12 frames. Looks like 12 was the minimum there. Back up, there we go. Well, if you enjoyed the run of my commentary, a like and a comment goes a long way for a small channel like mine. In the meantime, though, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye. The thing is like a 4 out of 10 for me. Did not enjoy it. Goodbye.